I work with laser systems and evaluate their effects on tissues and cells. And so I have experiments where I design an exposure to, say, a cell line, and then I look at the response of the cells to that exposure. And then I can figure out what the eventual response will be to humans, say an eye or a piece of skin. And then I evaluate the efficacy of using laser systems in various applications. Yeah, it really does. Maybe in two ways. I think the direct way is I work with the bioethics standards community, and I ask them for areas in which they need more data, and then I collect that data. So it helps in determining the maximum permissible exposure levels. And if there are any changes that are up and coming, I like to make sure that the changes are based on real physical phenomena that occur. And so we do the analysis and experiments to determine how the laser systems that we have can help out the laser safety standard. But then also on a more practical level, I use the laser safety standard. So we have a large number of labs with class 4 laser systems with a wide variety of pulse durations, exposure durations, and wavelengths. And we apply the laser safety standard that I helped to write. I think it was early on when I went to the ILSC conference, the International Laser Safety Conference, back in the 90s. I recall learning from the giants in the field, and also the opportunity to interact and network with the people who are experts and upcoming experts in the laser safety field. And so I have really enjoyed the conferences that I have attended in the past. And then I'm very thankful that you've asked me to chair that conference. It has been an excellent experience where I get to invite and make sure that the quality people that are out there trying to broaden our horizons really bring to the International Laser Safety Conference the cutting edge, latest and greatest in the laser safety field. Oh, absolutely not. In fact, I'm sure we're the minority. In the past several years, the International Laser Safety Conference has undergone a little bit of a transformation where we tried to make it go from more of a technical conference to include a lot more practical applications. In the next International Laser Safety Conference, we'll have 2 days devoted solely to what we're calling the practical application session. And that's the way it was in the 2011 conference. And in those 2 days, we present the application of the standards, understanding of how to do measurements, analysis, control measures, and an understanding of how light interacts with all of those things, and how LSO can really execute a cutting-edge professional laser safety program in their facility. I think they would definitely get value. We have topics from the very basic, fundamental laser safety. For example, best way to do calculations, the best way to read select standards and make it your personal interpretations and apply those standards. Two very advanced topics like fume extraction, what the latest maximum permissible exposure changes are, and how those are relevant to the bioeffects that really occur in a human. Yeah, so an example of that would be at the last International Laser Safety Conference, we had a special session devoted to high-intensity light sources, which are not necessarily a laser system, but are being applied widely and have similar analysis techniques as a laser system, so that LSOs are usually involved in evaluating those systems. And so we brought the latest in, what are the common characteristics of those sources, how they're applied, their usually used in a medical setting where they do a dermal treatment. So they treat things like age spots and scars on tissues. And so we really brought the latest and greatest that is known about those systems so that the laser safety officer can gain understanding and also an idea of how they can apply the laser safety standard to those particular systems. Yeah, I'm not sure it's uncommon, but I like to make sure that I recognize people and their involvement. The ANSI community is a community where people volunteer their time to help write the standard. And so it is an area where sometimes recognition of that is few and far between, but I like to make sure that people understand that I appreciate their involvement, that they will make real changes in the world if they impact that laser safety standard, and people will be better for their contributions. But also on a personal level, trying to make sure everything in the meetings that I run is congenial, that nothing is taken personal, and that we're inclusive of people and make sure that people's ideas are heard even if there's disagreement about the eventual outcome.